Yo, what's going on, guys? Snoozeman back here within the YouTube video, and today we're actually talking about the best way to set season goals here in Madden 21 franchise mode. And as you guys can see, I am in week 1 of the regular season, and here it is on the top of our things to do list, and it's set season goal. Now, as you guys can already see here, it's saying shoot for the stars or be conservative. So I'm going to dive right in and talk about that and break this down for simulation and user-friendly franchises. So if you're using your franchises, using gameplays and stuff like that, well, I'm going to break down kind of both sides. So I'm going to go in and
Meeting your
break this
season
down.
goal comes with higher rewards, but also
Now I'm
higher.
gonna discontinue that voice there. And as you guys can see, we have a XP reward and a chance of firing. Now we don't want our chance of firing to be very high or any of that, but we also want to have a decent amount of XP. Now for simulation, I'm gonna go into that first and talk about simulation franchises only. So simulation franchises, a lot of things can be kind of wacky. Even if you have a really good team, they may not even have enough wins to even send you into playoffs based on Madden's system. And I know that could be very irritating, but if you, let's say you put that all the way up to make it to the playoffs, yes, it's a 1,750 XP, but it's a medium chance of being fired, and obviously that's not great in terms of that chance there. Even just that high percent, that's a decent percentage chance of you getting fired. And, it's very likely for simulation franchises to have that happen to you. Now, what's really smart for you guys to do is, yes, we want to rack up XP, but we want to understand that 7 wins is probably the best here, and that's because it's worth that risk of getting that 1250 XP for that medium coach of firing and chance of firing. So medium is not that bad. Now this medium for making the playoffs isn't that bad either. So really, you're in a better spot if you do 7 wins or make the playoffs for simulation. I would go with that approach. I would stick to the 7 wins because, again, the more you go up, the higher chance of firing. Even though it says medium, trust me, it's a higher chance of you getting fired and having to, go to a different team or try to, recreate a character for your franchise again. You don't want to have to go through that. You want to make the right decision now. So again, this is a very important feature, but again, 7 wins or make the playoffs. Stay within that realm for simulation franchises. Now, when we're talking about user-friendly leagues, user leagues, now we can kind of up the stakes because depending on the difficulty, let's say it's just on All Pro or maybe lower than that, even on All Madden, if you're a solid player, in your gameplays, we can do make the playoffs for our objective or even more because we can try to earn that XP. We can try to get the higher XP reward package because we are the one that's controlling the games at our own skill level. It's not the simulation and putting the Madden system of franchise mode into their own hands to decide your franchise and your goal that you committed, but you are the one, and user friendly that is making all this happen here. So if you want to do make the playoffs, make it to the Super Bowl, that's completely fine. But remember that again, you're the one that's kind of using it type of thing. But I'd stay at still make the playoffs, make it to the Super Bowl still is pretty high, but you definitely can do that if you feel like you are good enough to get yourself there if you're controlling all of the games. Um, but I'd stay right at the 7 wins. Or if you want to get to the make it to the playoffs, that's fine. But I'd stay right at the 7 win mark for simulation franchises. So hopefully you guys have a better understanding of separating the two between simulation and user-friendly franchises. So hopefully, this can help you guys, with your XP reward paths. But remember, take it take it with small chances, because you can have a higher chance of getting fired if you raise the stakes. Now, if you keep it lower to a medium type of stakes here, now you're going to reward yourself with some decent XP, and you're going to move on from there and only build and not even get the chance of being fired. So hopefully you guys have the better understanding of this, because I don't want you guys to get fired. I want you guys to only gain XP and build your teams. So I'm going to submit my goal right now for just making the playoffs, because I'll probably play a little, but also probably sim a little. That's probably the best for me at this point, and I'll get a
Start
decent
your week
turnout
by installing
of
your game
XP.
plan.
Well, hopefully you guys tuned into this video, and hopefully I helped a lot of you guys out there. But we are still trying to hit 300 subs, guys. Only 27 subs away, guys, from 300 subs. Again, thank you guys for all the support that we have had up to this point. But again, guys, that will be it for today's video. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.